It seems not liking AI is the current trend as of late. Being able to effortlessly vibe things into existence and create realistic deepfakes was once fun, but now ridiculed as AI slop and bringing about the dead internet theory. Now, even the stock market doesn't like AI. Stocks by the sector fall with every new model release, product claim, and demo by big AI labs, from Google, OpenAI, to Anthropic. They're calling it the SaaS-pocalypse. That's a bit dramatic. Let's see what the fuss is about, starting with Google's demo. Google's Project Genie is limited to its Ultra Plan users in the US. Capped at 60-second world generations, assets are soft, with limited physics, interactivity, and multiplay. Impressive, but still only as impressive as AI slop. Google themselves say it's not a gaming engine, but the market doesn't believe Google, as Unity, Roblox, and other gaming stocks sell off. Next, let's take a look at Anthropic's demo.
Let's explore how developers can use Claude code to modernize a COBOL codebase. This is a medium-sized credit card management system with around 100 files. Our sample COBOL codebase has almost no documentation. The developers who wrote the code have long since left the organization, and developers familiar with COBOL are hard to hire. Claude Code created a to-do list of all 94 files and tracked its progress to ensure no files were processed twice and nothing was missed. Claude created multiple test data files and ran them against both the original COBOL and the new programs. The result was perfect bit-for-bit fidelity. Every calculation, business rule, and edge case was preserved.
Anthropic's announcement rattled IBM to the tune of a 13% single-day stock drop, the company's worst in 26 years. To be fair, Claude Code can genuinely help document and map legacy COBOL codebases, and it brings real attention to an expensive, long-ignored problem. But there's no dedicated COBOL tool here. It's an existing generalist LLM applied to a translation problem, not a purpose-built solution. Mainframe hardware layers, batch orchestration, and decades of undocumented business logic don't unpack cleanly for any LLM, and IBM's Watson Code Assistant has years of head start with a far deeper proprietary training corpus. The biggest practical risk may be the announcement itself. Junior developers, now armed with false confidence, attempting COBOL migrations they're not equipped to handle, in systems where outages are measured in billions, not bug tickets. But the AI announcements kept coming. Claude for Excel, finance, security, and the stock sectors kept dropping. You would think these announcements would have less pronounced effects by now. Some stocks even announced partnerships with Anthropic and received kudos from them, which seemed to do some repair. Others reported positive earnings, which has stopped the dropping for now. Meanwhile, the rest of the stock market is still up and doing fine. So why now? The AI story has benefited all tech companies, and we were in the good times for the last few years, and bound to have some bad times and casualties at some point. Maybe that point is now? AI becomes increasingly cheap and smarter than it threatens the moat of these SaaS companies, is how the market sees it. But I think it's simpler than that. The market is unpredictable, but still speculative and sensitive in nature, just like us humans. It doesn't like uncertainty and easily worries. So big and breakthrough AI headlines that lifted the tide in 2025 is now being seen instead as a threat to certain industries. In our case, SaaS companies. Javon's paradox. It would seem this SaaS-pocalypse is overblown, and situations like this is where opportunities exist as an investor, builder, and learner. Remember when reading today's AI headlines? AI isn't all doom and gloom, but it ain't all roses either. It's usually somewhere in between. Subscribe to stay tuned and grounded as we continue to watch how this plays out in 2026 and beyond in future videos. Thanks for watching. Until next time.